I know that they had new material ready to go again. There's no way you stop when you're taking like from and you're losing.
Dre, what's up?
I won 5 Grammys off of one song. He won Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Rap Song.
This is what they would like hip hop culture to be.
Oh.
Best Rap Performance and Best Music Video.
Kendrick got trophies I didn't even know that they had.
If you think real rap can't conquer the charts anymore, buckle up, because Kendrick Lamar has shattered that notion again. For years, skeptics proclaimed that hip-hop was on its last legs, insisting that only ultra-catchy hooks and superficial themes could make waves in the mainstream. Yet here we are, with Kendrick's latest album, GNX, surging to the top in record time and proving that deeply layered lyricism still has a massive audience. We're about to explore how Kendrick achieved such astounding success, how GNX is rewriting the rules of commercial rap, and why this should matter to you, whether you're an up-and-coming artist, a casual listener, or a die-hard hip-hop head. Let's dive in. If you think real rap can't conquer the charts anymore, buckle up, because Kendrick Lamar has shattered that notion again. For years, skeptics proclaimed that hip-hop was on its last legs, insisting that only ultra-catchy hooks and superficial themes could make waves in the mainstream. Yet here we are, with Kendrick's latest album, GNX, surging to the top in record time, and proving that deeply layered lyricism still has a massive audience. When GNX debuted, it did more than just impress. It arrived with a thunderous 319,000 units in its very first week. Consider that in an era dominated by streaming, even major label projects can struggle to crack the 300K barrier. The fact that GNX so effortlessly cleared it highlights Kendrick's timeless appeal. So why does this detail matter to you? Because it's living proof that substance over fluff can still rake in high sales numbers. GNX doesn't rely on mindless repetitions or viral dance hooks. It's brimming with storytelling, hard-hitting verses, and pointed commentary. Clearly, there's a market that wants to be challenged lyrically. If you've ever felt pressure to simplify your music, or your taste, to fit in, Kendrick's success is your neon sign that you can hold onto depth and still triumph. But guess what? That first week was just the opening volley. GNX's journey had only begun. Most albums spike in week 1, then take a nosedive in week 2 or 3. GNX defied that pattern. Instead of tumbling, it maintained robust numbers, and in some weeks, the totals even climbed higher. Fans devoured every line, sharing theories on social media and dissecting references in real time. Week 2, over 165,000. Week 3, roughly 125,000. Continued hovering in the 100K range for multiple weeks. Spiked again to 236K at one point, likely linked to a notable public performance. Albums that endure like this tend to be those brimming with deeper content. People re-listen, analyze, and talk endlessly about each track. Clearly, GNX belongs to that elusive category. If you're a creator or a fan who craves meaningful rap, this is confirmation. People will come back for more if the music challenges and excites them. But the real eye-opener? GNX even went toe-to-toe with a pop juggernaut and emerged victorious. When GNX debuted, it did more than just impress. It arrived with a thunderous 319,000 units in its very first week. Consider that in an era dominated by streaming, even major label projects can struggle to crack the 300K barrier. The fact that GNX so effortlessly cleared, it highlights Kendrick's timeless appeal. So why does this detail matter to you? Because it's living proof that substance over fluff can still rake in high sales numbers. GNX doesn't rely on mindless repetitions or viral dance hooks. It's brimming with storytelling, hard-hitting verses, and pointed commentary. Clearly, there's a market that wants to be challenged lyrically. If you've ever felt pressure to simplify your music or your taste to fit in, Kendrick's success is your neon sign that you can hold on to depth and still triumph. But guess what? That first week was just the opening volley. GNX's journey had only begun. When we talk about big names in music, Lady Gaga is practically unstoppable. Her recent release hit the ground with 225,000 first-week sales. Considering her colossal international following, that's impressive by any measure. Yet, Kendrick soared above that figure with GNX's 319,000. It's a testament to how mainstream rap can dominate if it's guided by an artist who knows how to balance authenticity with accessibility. This wasn't a one-off gimmick or a social media stunt, it was pure skill meeting genuine listener interest, and that's a formidable combination. Here's an extra jolt in the middle. GNX rapidly amassed 1.7 billion streams on Spotify, equating to about 1.3 million album units from streaming alone. That dwarfs what many entire albums sell in total. It also signals how fans not only tried GNX once, but kept looping their favorite tracks, indicating a strong emotional connection to the music. But we're only scratching the surface. There's another record-breaking angle to this story. Within weeks of its release, GNX became the fastest rap album to strike gold in 2024. Speed often matters more than final totals in today's music landscape because it indicates an intense burst of interest that never really fizzles. Kendrick ended up surpassing Travis Scott's Utopia, a massive release in its own right, Eminem, who continues to be a global powerhouse after 2 decades, J. Cole, a lyrical genius who seldom fails to captivate, A$AP Rocky, noted for his innovative style and loyal audience. That's not just a win, it's a statement. It yells loud and clear that you can drop an album fueled by introspective bars and it'll race toward accolades. If you've been wondering whether raw hip-hop can keep pace with the biggest pop or rap stars, GNX's momentum leaves no doubt. But the gravity of GNX's success isn't confined to numbers. It's also part of a cultural shift that's rekindling competition at the heart of rap. Kendrick's triumph aligns with a broader battle rap revival. When hip-hop first exploded into the mainstream, lyrical showdowns were the main attraction. Then, public stunts and viral antics overshadowed the music for a while. Now, it feels like the pendulum is swinging back. Artists are stepping up and trading verses, each one hungry to prove they can out-rap the rest. We see it across the board. TDE's entire roster thriving, from established stars to new voices. Underground talents like Joey Beta $$ stirring excitement among old-school heads. Even unexpected personalities, reality stars, kids of famous musicians throwing their hats into the ring. Kendrick personifies this lyrical renaissance. He's a mainstream powerhouse who still raps like he's facing off in a local cypher. That's precisely the energy fueling GNX's runaway success. It resonates with fans who are tired of half-hearted verses, forging a sense of unity among listeners who crave meaningful content. Ready for the real kicker? This shift doesn't just lift Kendrick, it's drawing attention to every corner of the rap world. Labels see the demand for authenticity, and it's influencing how they scout talent, market albums, and invest in emerging artists. So guess what happens when an album with this kind of momentum dwarfs the competition? We have to compare those numbers. Let's list a few jaw-dropping comparisons. Lady Gaga, 225K first week. Kendrick Lamar, the 3rd of March, 19K first week. Travis Scott, Beaten in Time to Gold Speed by GNX. Eminem, one of rap's biggest legends, also overshadowed in speed of certifications. J. Cole, a frequently cited peer, rival, still trailing GNX's insane pace. Put plainly, GNX left many marquee names trailing behind. This is a colossal achievement for both Kendrick and rap as a genre. It's not some niche phenomenon, it's mainstream supremacy propelled by an artist more focused on sharp lyricism than radio gimmicks. This also matters because it cements the idea that thoughtful rap can absolutely thrive among various pop heavyweights. We've all heard that people don't want to think anymore. GNX's success obliterates that line of reasoning. When crafted well, challenging hip-hop can lead the conversation, not just occupy some underground corner. And now we approach the part that might wow you the most. GNX crossing double platinum in the United States is a big deal, but international markets take the album's impact to an even higher level. Some estimates peg its total global sales between 3.5 to 4 million units. That number continues to swell as fans across Europe, Asia, and Latin America dive into Kendrick's storytelling. In many parts of the world, data isn't tracked with the precision we see in North America or the UK, meaning the true figure might be higher. The constant thread, however, is that GNX is not being casually listened to and tossed aside. It's getting dissected, debated, and replayed, which points to its long-term influence. For you, whether you're an emerging rapper or an interested fan, that's pure inspiration. A deeply personal, lyrically intensive album is captivating audiences on several continents. Kendrick's approach, masterful beats, storytelling, and witty references, attracts people rather than alienating them. It's the best case proof that challenging art can catch on fire globally. Yet one question remains: where does Kendrick go from here, and how will his next move shake the industry? The rap community is buzzing with rumors that Tyler, the Creator, may have responded to something Kendrick said. Meanwhile, fans wonder if J. Cole will quietly concoct a lyrical salvo after seeing GNX's massive reception. And what about Eminem? Could he circle back with another surprise release to reclaim the spotlight? In other words, the competition is electric. Hip-hop thrives on these back-and-forth rivalries, where each artist tries to outshine the other in creativity, delivery, and subject matter. GNX has set a high bar, and it's thrilling to imagine the next wave of albums scrambling to surpass that milestone. For Kendrick himself, some speculate he's plotting a more experimental direction, possibly collaborating with new producers or unexpected pop heavyweights. Others imagine TDE launching multiple big-name projects to capitalize on GNX's success, expanding that unstoppable momentum. After all, this is the same Kendrick Lamar who has never repeated himself from project to project. Here's the beauty of it all. No one knows exactly what he'll do. That's why the suspense is so strong, and why countless fans remain glued to every rumor or leaked snippet. The only certainty is that Kendrick will continue to defy norms, because it's become his signature move, turning ambitious rap into chart gold again and again. Which leads us to the final question. Is GNX a one-off phenomenon, or the start of a fresh golden era in hip-hop where raw lyricism once again commands the mainstream? With GNX smashing through boundaries, countless onlookers see this as more than just another best-selling album. They see a shift, fans embracing lyricism and depth, artists clamoring to refine their writing, and labels recognizing the commercial viability of unfiltered rap. In short, the industry may be inching toward a period where competition and craft overshadow empty stunts. So, as GNX continues to rack up accolades, ask yourself, could Kendrick's victory here inspire a wave of fearless creativity across the genre? Might more artists follow his path, pairing skillful bars with universal appeal? If so, the next few years of hip-hop promise to be some of the most riveting we've seen in a long while. And remember, Kendrick has shown us that a purely rap-focused album, rich in poetic lines and unflinching honesty, can triumph at every level of the business. That triumph doesn't end with the charts. It ripples outward, reshaping how aspiring MCs approach their craft and how everyday listeners perceive modern rap. No fade to black here, no neat finale, just the lingering promise of what comes next. Because if GNX has taught us anything, it's that bold, lyrically charged hip-hop isn't just alive, it's thriving, and the story of how far that energy can carry us has only begun to unfold.